Hello, today's Mary Kay Ash message is titled, Remember the Invisible Sign. One of the most important lessons I ever learned is to pretend that every single person you meet has a sign around his or her neck that says, Make me feel important. Building a feeling of importance in each person with whom you come in contact increases that person's self-esteem and confidence. Focus your attention on the person in front of you. Look him or her straight in the eyes and smile. Let the person feel your attention. I think it's important that you are sincere as you build this feeling of importance in people. Search diligently for good things to be admired and praise the person privately and publicly. Praise before one's peers is one of the most important things you can do to boost a person's self-esteem. I remember an incident in my life that taught me never to give insincere compliments. The time was mid-December in my Stanley Home Products days. I always had made it a point to sincerely admire something in each hostess's home. That particular day, I was running late and had only a fraction of my usual time to set up my display. I chose to compliment the hostess on a picture that hung over my display table and praised it lavishly. It was a watercolor of an orchid and a hummingbird. I really didn't like it, but it was close and convenient. 10 days later, just before Christmas, when I desperately needed all the money I could collect for my children's gifts, I went back to deliver that hostess's order. She met me at the door and told me that since I had admired so much the watercolor painting that she had done, she was graciously going to let me have it in lieu of money for her order, even though, she added, the painting was worth much more. I sadly took that painting home and hung it as a constant reminder to never be insincere again. Often we learn more from watching something done incorrectly than correctly. I once stood in line for more than 2 hours to shake the hand of one of the vice presidents of a company I worked for. He was greatly admired. When my turn finally came, he shook my hand, but didn't even see or hear me because he was looking over my shoulder to see how many more people were in that line. I felt empty and betrayed for having stood in that line so long, only to be ignored. Right then, I decided if I ever became the person with whom the people were shaking hands, I would focus all my attention on the one person in front of me and make him or her feel important.